Well, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. I am going to answer Robbie's questions for the tag Robbie's Questions number 12. And there are 6 questions. So, question 1. How would you describe yourself in 1 sentence? Oh, could it be a question? Am I an enigma? Or I am an enigma. Take your choice. Number 2, what is something you did as a teen that your parents never found out about? You don't want to know, and believe me, you really don't want to know. So I won't say it. Number 3, who was the first person you kissed? What were the circumstances? I imagine it was one of my parents, and we were just showing each other love, and I must have been maybe, I'm guessing about 4 months or so. Because when I was a little baby, I don't know how old, my father taught me to wink. And every time he winked, I would wink back so that it became a reflex. And now, whenever he winks at me, I wink right back without even thinking about it. And then I remember, oh yeah, we've done this my whole life. So, number 4, what was the craziest dream you ever had? Now, why don't I read these questions before I do the tag? I don't know. Probably, I don't know, the craziest dream. So I'll just tell you one dream I had. I used to be fluent in French. I was majoring in French. I was fluent in French. I lost my American accent and sounded like a French person. I know because my roommate's boyfriend, who's French, always asked me if I was sure I weren't French. But that's not a dream. That was in real life. So my crazy dream would have been in French, and I don't even remember what it said, what it was, but I remember asking an old lady, "Mais où sommes-nous maintenant?" Number 5, what is your first childhood memory? Well, I remember we lived out in the country, and right by a highway, which was like a 1.5 lane road, basically. And there wasn't much traffic. And we had a perambulator. Yes, a real live perambulator, enough room for 2 small children. And so whenever my mother needed to go to the grocery, which, back then was just a little store with a wooden floor and a couple of aisles and a butcher, what a window, not a, what do you call it? And so I remember being in the perambulator, and I was sitting in the front, and my little sister was lying down in the back because she was an infant. And it was cold, so we had our winter clothes on, which are nothing like the winter clothes we have now. And I'm amazed we didn't all freeze to death. So I remember being pushed down this highway, which remember was only 1.5 lanes wide. And we went to the grocery, and the butcher gave me a piece of bologna, a whole round. And that in those days, bologna was encased in this red, probably wax, the kind that comes around cheese sometimes. So he sliced me off a piece, and I remember peeling off the red part because you don't want to eat that. Number 6. What was the happiest moment of your life? The minute I pushed that baby out of my body. I was so happy to see him. He was beautiful, and he still is. He still had, um, the liquid. I don't want to go into it or make everybody barf, except for the mothers there. He had that on him, and they gave him to me, and we just looked at each other. And he was perfect, and I was in love from the first minute. So that was the happiest moment of my life. And so, Robbie, be nice to Christopher. I command you, and I will be here to do your tag number 13. Bye.